I mean, I guess the Zerg player is a little more on his crap than I'm giving him credit for, because he is holding back these things. But it's this.
I'd like to see more drones from him.
I like to see a lot more from him in general. This is. Honestly,
he's doing a really good job, though.
He's doing a great job, but he's doing a good job again. He's doing a good job now. But Grog is going to pull ahead at this current rate. I mean, with a third base, it might
Grog's
be a little
now
more even.
forced to take his third on the island, actually.
Actually, we do see Samyard is ahead right now.
Yeah, I think Grog's mined out or close to mined out at his
fully mined out
main. So I think he has full like extreme saturation at his natural, and he's being forced to take his third on the island, which the Zerg is able to see because he does look like he has overlords there.
He does, and it would be great if he had been creep dropping this whole time to deny that from ever landing, but that's a different story. But now we do have double upgraded Marine with 2 attack, 1 shield going against this unit of this group of Zerg, and I don't know how well they're going to hold up. Let's see. He needs to focus fire this medevac. Get these medevacs out.
Terran units are spread out and really not in. Now let's see in this situation where the Terran does have this choke, how it's able to actually benefit him, because the Zerg is forced to move really closely and
again, now you're seeing the pure power of upgrades, and also somewhat the power of not microing while he was attacking these workers for a little too long. He should have been just getting the army out of the way, but seriously, upgrades.
I mean, I really think you can't underestimate also the power of the positioning, where because those Terran units are so clumped together, they're able to just all fire, and the Zerg can't until he moves forward into the stream of fire to such a degree that his units are taking so much extra damage.
Yeah. We need to see some upgrades from this.
I think I would go so far as to say, even as Terran, you really want to engage the Zerg.
Hold on, we have
in those tight quartered positions. It's really beneficial for you to do so.
We have a Nidus Worm going down, and I'm trying to find where.
It's right. You saw it. It's right there.
Did I? It's on the where?
It's on the bottom of the island, to the left.
Oh, here. Okay.
That's gonna just wipe out that island.
Yeah, this is gonna be done, and that's a great move, because obviously the Zerg player is not invested in any kind of air to get over here, and you need to take this stuff out before this gets fortified. Again, having creep dropping here would have nullified a lot of this in the first place. The Terran has no air. He would not have been able to get anything out there to land this, so you could have denied the expansion from the start. But pulling in a Nidus Swarm right away is perfect, because once the Terran gets a couple of the missile turrets, denies your Overlord from getting in, denies your Mutes from getting in, this expansion is very hard to stop without fully committing to it.
This is really good too, because he is going to get more. He made Grog put more investment into that island than he would if he just creep dropped. I mean, it's really a fine line to tread, whether you want to completely deny him from expanding, or whether you want to try to catch him. Sometimes it can hurt you to try to catch him, because sometimes you end up not being able to catch him.
Yeah, but a creep drop is so, it's so cheap. You're not paying anything for it, and it just forces him to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And it's so flying a command center anywhere is expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see this Nidus Worm pop and see what comes out. But we have more upgrades going for Terran, so he needs to cut the Terran's economy down right now, because if they engage their next engagement, the Zerg I don't think can win in the next army engagement with all these upgrades.
I'm not sure. You know what? I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I'm gonna have to, for the first time ever in my life, root for the Zerg, because I think that if we look at the income of these two players, that the Terran is going off of one base right now.
Yes, but his upgrades are so intense. I don't think Zerg is going to be able to stop anything he does. He has, let's just look at the upgrades real quick. We'll keep this battle going. We have 2-1 on that, and the Hellions Igniter Flame has just finished, so these Zerglings are going to go down so quick without any ground carapace bonus.
But I think there are only 2 Hellions there. I don't know. I see those Zerglings just tearing through these Marauders. Let's see what happens. Let's see who's right.
All right.
Especially if he engage on creep. The key is going to be engaging on creep. Don't follow him off the creep if you don't have to. I think you might have been right.
Look who was right, motherfucker. Sorry.
Wow, those Zerglings just died so quickly.
I'm telling you, upgraded. You do not, when a Terran is upgraded, there is nothing worse for a Zerg player. It is so much worse against Zerg than any other race. Same thing was true for Starcraft 1. I've lost in Starcraft 1 games to small forces of Terran army upgraded.
Now, has the Zerg not upgraded at all?
Nothing, not a single thing. And this is very, very dangerous for him to be in. He's going purely on having to pump units, but Grog is getting so much more so much more value out of every single unit with upgrades this far.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter that he might have less units. Each unit is so much stronger than it would be, and that Igniter just destroying those Zerglings. He could just push up and win right now.
I was still surprised to see how quickly he killed the Zerglings.
And these drones, look at that. Pull your drones, everything. You need to save every little piece right now, especially with saturation this crappy. Bringing those drones up would have been whatever. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm still surprised how quickly he was able to kill that many Zerglings.
Yeah, the power of upgrades.
He only has one armor upgrade.
The power of upgrades is almost as strong as the power of love.
Yeah, almost. Not quite though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If you could choose love or upgrades, what would you choose?
I think I still might pick upgrades.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think this is just going to be GG. There's nothing the Zero can throw at him right now. Yeah, no crap. Sorry.
No, I don't think.
No, Simiar did play very well. There was some core mistakes. There were some core mistakes of saturate your minerals, get your upgrades, evolve. Like take your opportunities.
You know
when
what?
Other players occupied.
I think you're
evolve.
right. At the end of the day, what really lost him the game was the fact that he didn't have enough drones. I think Grog had 50 SCVs, almost for the entire game.
Grog had just the amount he needed to hold off any attacks, and some points even failing, losing units, losing armies, but just to hold back the Zerg just enough, just pumping out what he needed to keep his focus on his macro game.
Yeah.
And that is what will win you every game, unless you just get kind of screwed.
I wonder with Simard saying, "God, I suck at Zerg." I wonder if he played random going into this. But I guess we'll never know that.
We will never know ever.
But Zerg is it's so different to economize compared to the other two races.
Yeah.
Where you really have to. It's all about managing your larva. Larva becomes so important. When to make drones and when not to.
When.
And the answer is always whenever you can.
Yeah. Every moment that you can, that you don't need to be pumping a unit, drones.
Well, but by contrast, playing as Protoss or Terran, it's a little bit easier because you only have that command center or that nexus. As long as you're constantly making probes and SCVs from your command center nexus. You're fine.
Exactly.
It's a very different world.
All right. Well, thank you.
GG.
GG.